Alright guys, we are live and back with some Madden 25. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss another stream. We're on the road to 300 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe like I said. Ooh that baby. Let's get into some Madden. Alright, we back, chat. We is back. Alright. Okay. Yo. We're gonna do a random team. I did it all over again. Hold on. No, that's very lucky. There we go. And play in the snow. We start off in the snow. I'm chilling on some other teams tonight, folks. It's in the game.
It's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think we're doing good.
On Sunday night.
Audio good. All right.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather, snow, and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game, because it actually affects the crowd as well? That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Yeah, I don't think we lagging, so we're good.
From Denver.
Good to go. Right here in Denver.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert.
Everybody doing? In this thing chilling.
Every snap, a truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to.
Who's the depth chart? People want depth chart. That's first of all. That's first of all. No, we already. Javonte Williams. All right. All right, we're straight team.
This game, the snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Williams
Ooh, that block.
second down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Williams to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Hey, Angel, what up, bro? Shout out to you, man. Good to see you. How you doing, bro? We back. Can you hear me? Hope you can hear me well.
And he'll be taken
Shout out to you, bro.
He does have first down yardage.
Hope you're getting better. Hope you're feeling better.
Play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs.
How you doing, Angel? Hope you're feeling better and getting better. Hope everything's all right. How you doing, man?
They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
My car was slowly going away. I knew it. Hell yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, I knew you'd get well, man. Just gotta get some good rest. Yeah.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams, and he stopped.
But yeah, get some good rest, man.
Tackle made by Devin.
Try not to play
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense.
Crazy games like Call of Duty.
Near the line of scrimmage.
It'll get you
nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
Not feeling well. I've been trying to play other games. But yeah, I hope y'all. I'm glad to see you doing. Glad to see you. And your gamer kid was asking about you earlier. I played some. I had a good stream on Madden earlier this morning. Earlier today.
But don't underestimate the conditioning.
The Saints are in the playoffs. So right now we're just chilling on some other teams.
This will be play number
Sean
9
Payton Broncos, but I'm using the Saints playbook as the Sean Payton Broncos though.
Off the play fake, Nix rolling to his right.
There it is.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have
Hey, appreciate that like, man. How you doing, bro? Yeah, when you streaming again too. Once you get well. Do you have a planned date or you just whenever?
Now Williams
Good at blocking. Whoop.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I like this stupid ass goddamn.
On the door, 1st and goal. Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
It's pretty early.
I'm stringing soon. 75% better. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
But as a receiver,
All right, yeah, it's no sweat. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, stream right away. I was just asking. I was just asking when
the line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as
when
they
you
get ready
stream.
for 2nd and
Dude,
goal.
my believe it or not, my Madden streams have been blowing up, bro. So I've been playing a lot of Madden heavy. My Madden stream's been blowing up, bro. Shadow been saying this WWE stream has been blowing up. I told you. I told you to put on some WWE.
They're on the board first here tonight. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early on.
I think people like the Madden, man.
And he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point through the snowflakes.
Not tomorrow. I heard that. Yeah, no biggie, man. Like we always say, YouTube ain't going nowhere. Still got your people, so you know what I'm saying. All that matters. But definitely good to see you in the chat for sure. Tomorrow we'll probably do Star Wars, or not. We'll probably do some Call of Duty campaign.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021
I've been thinking about doing campaigns.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And
first time playing in the snow on Madden.
Expectations and doing everything in his power to follow through.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets...
No, yeah, I think and mixed in with my commentary, my crazy rage on Madden, yeah. I'm about to get back into college football too, by the way. Thinking about going to Colorado State. Not Colorado State, Colorado.
That is incomplete.
The Buffaloes.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no
I haven't played NBA 2K in so long.
And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Patriots jersey, hey, yeah, shoot, ain't no surprise you didn't get in on some Madden, bro. I know you just got into baseball.
They keep him to just a yard on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Having some Patriot streams, that would be dope.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
But yeah, let me know when you get in Madden. We'll go head to head. We'll go head to head, bro.
Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, my God, bro.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though?
Probably
You
Mark.
gotta win those
Hey.
one-on-one blocks, and when you don't,
Hey, and it's perfect, too. Monday Night Football. Hey.
Nix from the shotgun. Over the middle,
Especially Angel when people missing football and football not around. So and then just finished the NFL draft. So if you do got Madden, it's perfect for you to get play some Madden.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver.
It is
it's
perfect.
The Broncos in possession of the football.
I don't know if I like this Bronco receiver. He's not Chris Olave, man. I don't know if I like that. He's not Chris Olave, bro. I don't have my Chris Olave.
They're going. It's Nix. He'll buy some time.
Oh, man.
Complete. They cannot convert, and they turn it
They have a
over.
great run game.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Man, oh yeah. Every time I watch Maze, he be making me want to play Madden.
And he'll just get rid of it.
and here you're down in the red zone.
Every time I watch Coach Maze, he be making me want to play Madden.
So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
I'll be like, I haven't gotten to Madden in a minute. Get on Madden.
Here's Lawrence.
Woo, get the pick. Come on.
Knocked away and incomplete.
Let's
Coaches
stop.
talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Yo, yeah, no, they're not, bro.
Position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result only.
They always have a good run game. It just they always been short on receivers ever since Rod Smith, Shannon Sharp days.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense getting set again. We spotlight.
I didn't like their playbook either. I played the practice offline. Yo, what's up, Uptown? Shout out to you, Uptown. Hey, Uptown, I seen you came through the stream from earlier today. I had just ended my stream. I had a good stream too. It was like 3 hours. 3 hour stream.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Saints won the last game of the season against the Seattle Seahawks
I'm not sure how much more
by a
evidence they
field
need,
goal,
partner,
won it on a
but don't
game-winning
understand
field goal
that they don't
in
start
the
to slow him
dome.
down, it's gonna be
In a
long
close game.
afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming
And yes,
into
I
the
was
game,
raging in
they
that
knew he
game.
would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit. On the
Joe
defensive
Flacco
side
has guided the Saints to the playoffs, folks. Yo, what's up, Humble Elite Gaming? How you doing, bro? Shout out to you, man. Back on the
This is
Madden.
an example of breaking down a defense,
Back
'cause
on the
a lot of
Madden.
these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing?
Yeah, but yeah, the Broncos don't have that much good of a receiving core. Have that much of a good receiving core, but they always got a good run game. Good tight end.
And it's 2nd and 4.
He ain't Chris Olave, man.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
The block. Let's go.
And he'll go out of bounds.
I'm telling you, they got an outstanding running game, bro.
Gain of 5.
Thanks to Mike Shanahan and Terrell Davis back in the day.
On standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense.
Yeah, I had to switch back to the Saints playbook. I was like, oh no, I'm not using this playbook.
Throwing Nix on the slant, completes to
Let's go.
Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars'
That much
20-yard
back.
line. 15 yards.
And nice apple cinnamon oatmeal, can't go wrong with that, man.
Just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best
I used to
plays
buy
yet,
like oatmeal and
as they
stuff
finally
like
get
that.
down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
It'd be lit. Oh yeah, I watched it. No, I didn't watch it, but I kept up with it. For the most part, I was at work. It's down bad how they did Sanders, man. Yeah, I wanted to tell you that too, Angel. Yeah, Campbell went to the Patriots. Y'all got a good lineman slash tight end
Immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
from us, Campbell.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, y'all gonna love to play.
Go where the defenders are not. And he
I believe y'all got a
exactly
good running
Makes
back.
a
Y'all,
nice catch
well, I
to
guess
move
y'all
the
got an okay
chains.
quarterback.
Defense, gotta find a better way of accounting
I know Tom
for the
Brady would have
shorter
loved
routes
the
that
nuts
they
for
run
sure.
against them.
Williams.
Up the gut.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that number 144, crazy. Yeah, people were saying they're trying to lowball Sanders because Deion Sanders.
Lutz to try to add the PAT.
We still trying to figure out what. God damn, I missed
And
it.
he pushed it right. It's no good.
We still trying to figure out why the goddamn Saints passed him up. We took a goddamn lineman, which he's straight. You know, Banks Jr. straight.
So
Then we took a lame ass quarterback,
Mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
which we needed, but
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
yeah, if I ain't a Saints fan, I've always kind of liked the Denver Broncos.
Set to go again. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the
Champ
road.
Bailey
How do you
days.
get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure
Yeah, I
on the
heard.
defense.
We'll see how good he is.
That's going to be caught by Kirk.
You know,
And
what,
they'll get
Saints.
this well past
You know,
midfield
Mickey Loomis
before
like
being stopped just
getting the
before the
Ohio State
35.
guys for some odd
The
reason.
extra
So
effort
let's
after
see
the
if we could
catch
be
makes
something.
it
He
good
could be
for a
something
gain
like
of
Mark
26 and
Ingram.
also a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type
See
of
if
play there.
Trevor could be like Mike Thomas.
They need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Now Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And they'll get 8 out
We
of
need
this
defense,
before
man. We
being
need
stopped at the
quarterback.
28.
But I think rumors has that we probably gonna we was looking to get
Lawrence gonna throw again.
Aaron Rodgers,
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
from what I
The
heard.
Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50
Another
seconds
season
to
of Derek
go
Carr,
in
I
the
don't know,
first
man.
half. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first
It ain't
half.
looking good.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Yeah.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Ah, I need that.
Jaguars. Parker Washington from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they?
And
it's a quarter, a half, a game,
Travis
a
Hunter with the
series,
Jacksonville.
whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style.
That's
Putting that one
crazy.
in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point forthcoming. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So that winds up
In and out. All right, yeah, you good, Angel? Shout out to you, bro.
Results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Appreciate you stopping by, my boy.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this.
Yo, okay, what's going on? Okay, shout out to you, bro. Ain't you live right now, bro? I seen you. I was in your chat live, unless you ended it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll go play action with Nix.
Oh my God! That's yeah. I'm not gonna get pissed off. We're gonna run the ball. We're not doing that. We're gonna run the ball.
They need to find the right play to convert here.
It's hard. Oh man. I don't even, as much as I want to get it, I'm not gonna break the bank on trying to buy the WWE. I'm gonna stick to freaking WWE2K24. You're not the only person that told me that that joint was hard. You know, half the time the game broken. Yeah, bruh.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime
Okay,
Report.
you said somebody gave you that game, huh? If you bought that game.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Oh, you rented it. Oh, okay. Oh, you dodged one. You dodged one right there.
The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through the second half as we are back.
Yeah, you dodged one right there. Like, people not even making commentaries behind that game. That's crazy.
Here right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something.
I stick to WWE 2K24 because I still got a long way to go as far as universe mode. I mean, as far as WrestleMania goes in my universe mode, anyways. I still gotta finish that. So yeah, I ain't, I ain't.
From the lineman to the guy running with it.
Can't afford it anyway. So yeah, no.
With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want, and try for some bigger yardage.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And able to get this one across the 45.
I remember who used to play the Pittsburgh Steelers until his injuries messed him up. Damn.
It's good for a first.
That's a lot like that in football, humble. Or in sports in general.
Perhaps that can give him a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And Thomas has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this
give me
play,
that.
as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point.
Yo,
But they held
Mr.
their
Barrick,
ground,
how you
held their
doing?
spot,
Shout out to you.
turned it into a nice game.
They come up now.
Howdy,
3rd and
partner.
5
Nah,
following the
what's going on,
incomplete
Barrett?
pass.
Hit that like on the way
Lawrence will
in.
throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 5 there on
How you
3rd
doing,
down. He
Barrett?
winds up getting 7.
Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, we're just chilling on some Madden.
They
Just
go
chilling.
play action now. Lawrence.
Give me that.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Let's go.
By Pat Surtain. And the
Patrick
Broncos are going to
Surtain.
take over here at their own 22-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to
Ride the
help
horsey,
matters at
baby.
all. An
Pause.
interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold
Hey,
that
defensive,
score at least where it is.
Package right there.
Broncos offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been.
Oh, we
to
gonna run the
success
rock.
in this one.
Mike
When he's in
Shanahan
this
style.
type of a groove, and his offensive linemen are creating running.
Gonna run the rock,
Denver
baby.
offense at the line,
Just
ready
shut
to
that
go.
like on the way in.
And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense
let's go.
follow through with points on their first possession?
Yo, what's that
That's a
sports
big
show?
one for them
Hey,
because
snow
after
game,
the work the
yeah.
defense has done,
Now we're
they've
just
got a
playing
chance
some
here to open up this
random.
lead.
I'm playing the Broncos, but we're playing quick play, and I'm playing the computer.
They run it again with Williams.
With the Saints offensive playbook, that is.
They know that
I
old
played.
expression, "It's
I
not
used
my
the
night." It hasn't
Broncos
been
playbook
his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little
off
bit
stream,
heavy
and I
sometimes.
didn't like it.
Having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to
Shout
your
out to you,
advantage,
Sports Show,
but
Barrett,
it's been a
Arcade
tough
Pop
go for
Humble,
him.
And every time he
Angel
looks up,
Fam. Shout out
somebody's
to
there
you.
defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Wide open.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Yeah, Sports Show. This is my first time playing in the snow too. You all, you gotta work. You work today?
Yards there and a Denver first down.
Or tonight, I
Many
should
teams'
say.
evaluation of tight ends has really
Or
changed.
you at
We used
work?
to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball.
Nice old line, bro.
And that on display there for a good pickup. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A good action.
Yeah, everybody got channels in here, so everybody connect with everybody.
2nd and 10.
I bet my playbook. Can't heard that. I thought about making a playbook. I'm thinking about it.
Now it's Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to have another first
I'm thinking
down
about
as
it.
the tackle's made
That
at
ain't
the
a bad
Jaguars'
idea too, like to make you
41-yard line.
have a playbook build.
15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing
At
is
work,
everything.
heard
This
that.
time he
Nah,
waits for
you
his man to
good?
come open,
Shit, I worked
puts a
last
run
night.
on him, and they pick up a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's
But
a
yeah, how
first
you
and
like
10
that game,
at
Sports
the
Show, man? The
41.
Saints are in the playoffs, bro. Game-winning field goal against the Seahawks. Pretty much won every
Out
game
of the
this
pistol. Here's Williams.
my last stream. The
And he'll
last
take
4 or
this
5
ahead
games
for
I
about
played.
4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers.
Yeah, I gotta work
especially
tomorrow
closer to
morning.
the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up
Favorite route
32.
and play, yep.
Well, that's
Thinking
always a
about
good
doing
place
that.
to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team.
I might
but in
have
the
a
National
live
Football
playbook
League.
build
You and I
stream
both know
one
the
day.
quarterbacks love these
Thinking about it.
large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays,
To go
they're
against
really
people
wide
online with,
receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 120 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll hand it off now. Williams.
Let's go.
Down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
Yeah, I'm a lot more familiar with it. Heard that.
The scoreboard.
Oh.
Williams
Oh.
is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. They'll say
See if I hit it one more time.
And it'll be second and goal.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
McLaughlin.
Oh, let's go.
Will take it in. Touchdown.
To the house.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running.
Sure that's Sean Payton on the sideline, or is that Mike Shanahan on the sideline?
And he responds. One carry, one touchdown.
Mike Shanahan still a coach.
And
run game, baby.
Point.
I don't like how they changed the
He missed one earlier,
field goal
remember, but this
field goal
time
meter
he gets it to go.
for the
So that drive,
regular.
12 plays in length, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Big booming pick.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles.
Yo, Grumpy old Gamer, what is going on? Shout out to you, man.
Something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first
Terrell
down.
Davis, yes, sir. Rod Smith, Shannon Sharp.
Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now Lawrence to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up.
Might bring the house here.
Back to throw. Lawrence finding
Come on.
ETN here, catching it on the
Oh, he
out.
caught that.
He will have a Jaguars first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. ETN up the middle, able to slither by, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for
Steve
7
Atwater,
yards.
yep.
You know what
Bill
really fires up
Romanowski.
offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Oh, God.
ETN once more.
What a
And he'll
hole.
get it down to the 47
Just
here.
waking up probably should be clean. Oh, yeah, you know, different time zones. Yeah, I'm like waking up, bruh.
1 quarter remains.
It's
here on
11:12
Sunday night.
p.m.
This is the National Football League on EA
Over here.
Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Yeah, I gotta cut grass too on my end.
Looking to throw. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards
Probably
on the
do that
scramble
tomorrow.
there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first
East
down,
Coast time.
so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger
Bro,
loss. Here,
big
he
ass
opted to
hole.
regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 37.
You just basically slept.
This time they
Heard that.
double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run with ETN. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
But yeah, sports show, I was telling Angel that draft was bullshit. The NFL draft was. But glad I didn't watch. I just kept up with what other people were saying and kept up with it on YouTube.
But maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They
The
did
draft was bullshit.
there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because
Motherfuckers be hugging Roger Goodell ass like, what the fuck wrong with you, bro? Just give him a handshake and keep it moving.
Well, they'll run it here on the Jets.
And do all that hugging Roger Goodell like he down with y'all.
Oh no, he lost the football.
Fumble.
And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down.
They were booing Roger Goodell at that draft in the beginning. You're like, come on, guys.
Because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Tank Bigsby taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jags have made it a one-score game again in the 4th. So how about
He
that
came out on like a bicycle.
There, and it's back
I
to
didn't
a
see that
one-score
part.
game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by
I
now
just
we
seen them
should
came
realize
out
they're not
on
going away.
stage.
Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Extra point splits the uprights.
That's still like everybody's saying, feel like they did Sanders wrong. Had that man drafted all the way to round 3.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And then to the fucking Cleveland Browns, bro. Freaking Browns.
About the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you
Yeah, I
see
gotta
him back.
see that then.
Just gotta have a grin on his face every
If they
time
show
his
it on
number is
YouTube.
called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline.
Like, who got to think he is, bro? Like, bro, nobody likes you, dude.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Especially Saints fans.
9 yards to pick up there.
We
It's
all
a
remember
first
Bounty
down.
Gate bullshit. Never gonna let you go with that.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 3. Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Oh yeah, I've
This
watched.
is 3rd and 2. Maybe
And then
the
they ain't
biggest
gonna
play
win
of this
shit.
football
That's the
game.
crazy thing.
To throw is
Cleveland
Nix.
ain't gonna do nothing.
Able to find the open man.
You
That's
have all of that
complete.
to not
And
do
he will have
nothing.
The Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. He's been the go-to guy.
They just as bad as the Falcons.
Down, went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Foye Aluakon finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss. Now they contend with
I'd
a
have all them
2nd and
damn
12
draft
after
picks
the
and do
loss.
nothing. They had all them draft picks then when they had Johnny Manziel. Done nothing. Done absolutely nothing. Why are you around as a franchise? I have no idea. Nobody's gonna miss you. Nobody's gonna miss the Cleveland Browns.
Right now, this is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for
Yeah, after they keep it in the first round to the 71. Yeah, we probably ain't gonna draft anymore. Like, I'm shocked we got. That's crazy, man. Shocked we got that QB.
It's working. They're handling things up front.
Especially when you got Spencer Rattler on the come up.
You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So yeah,
And then you
you're
drafted
exactly
somebody
right. The
with
air's out of the balloon,
full of injuries.
and right now they're almost lifeless.
Oh, look at this.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Like, why the Browns are even the franchise? I guess it's beyond
3
me.
points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Don't talk about the dog
So
pound.
it's Bronco football as
Shit
we get you
pound.
reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish
Only
line.
thing good coming out of Cleveland is Bone Thugs and Harmony and LeBron James. And that's
An
barely.
ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. On the ground.
Y'all ain't got nothing coming out of Louisiana either. Shit, we got we got a whole bunch. We might not be like Las Vegas and all these other cities, but we got a whole bunch of talent, food, music, festivals, all kinds of stuff. What Cleveland got? Come on, the head Cleveland guy.
Home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
But Lions, y'all good though. Y'all not really struggling like that.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their
Falcons drafted.
timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of
Yeah,
play.
but y'all not really struggling like that.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here.
I can name you some classics from the Lions.
The Jaguars
Freaking
now use the
Barry
last of their
Sanders,
timeouts.
Megatron.
That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage.
I can't
here
name you shit from
as we
Cleveland.
step aside.
Past Johnny Manziel.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first
Come on now,
down.
bro. Besides hearing about the dog pound.
Down. Here's Williams. And he is going to have the Broncos.
And when I think of the dog pound, I don't think of
should be the
Cleveland
cover.
Browns. I think of Snoop Dogg.
He's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running.
The
They decided
heck?
to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough
Thuggish,
yards.
ruggish, bomb,
It's
bomb,
1st
bomb,
and goal and a
bomb.
late
And then
touchdown
for the
at
half,
this stage
majority of the
could
time,
officially salt this
growing
one
up,
away.
I didn't think Bone Thugs was from Cleveland. Thought they were from freaking Los Angeles. Before that song came out. They always had the Cali song. Cali, tone.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in.
I'm literally.
Gotta hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. And this pass
Wow.
broken up. The contact.
Field goal, we gotta do it.
there, and now 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big
Damn
half-moon
Browns.
grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And able to take it past the 25.
I know
and up
people
to
are
the
happy to get
28-yard
drafted, but
line.
I'm like, you really
So
happy to
here
go to
now,
the Cleveland
Lawrence and the
Browns?
Jaguars.
You
Down
really truly happy to go to
23-17.
get drafted by the Cleveland Browns?
6 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence.
Then they got no color in their team.
He's going to let it fly.
Give me that.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up
What
by
comeback
Williams.
plans?
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard
The Browns ain't got
line.
no color in their team.
Talk about making winning plays.
Fuck the
That is a
orange and
winning
brown.
play at this stage of the game to come up with that
Can't talk
interception.
about the Saints. Hey, we got black and gold. You know what I'm saying?
Because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
In the orange helmet. Nothing on it.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd
Yes,
and 8
sir.
coming
Ball
up.
game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again.
Come
Just
on,
looking to get
block.
forward and protect the ball.
God
And
damn.
for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it
You're
happen
not the
in
coach,
game
that's
of
why.
football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy.
You're not the
Oh, what
coach.
a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we
You're
talked
not
so
that
much about the
coach.
turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This
How you
game,
do
no
that? Yo,
exception.
what's up,
Carefree
Ant Gaming?
football,
What's
no
going on?
turnovers
Shout out
at
to you,
all,
hon.
and they win it.
So this is one
How
you
you
don't have to
doing,
convince
Ant
your
Gaming?
team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the
There you
guys
go.
believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them this one
How you
is
doing,
now
Ant?
planted.
Hope everything all right.
So that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our crew.
You streaming tonight?
I'm Brandon
Probably are.
Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
How you doing, sis?
The Broncos
Hope
are
everything's
winners
pretty
as we
good.
say so long
Going
from
good.
Denver.
All right, let's see if we can play some people online here. Sutton, yep. He's pretty good wide receiver. He's not Chris Olave though. He ain't Chris Olave. Did I just back out? Why did I back out? All right. How you doing today, Ann? Hope you had a good evening.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go from Minneapolis. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They give on second to Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here. It's Kamara on third down. And he's going to be brought down up at the
First down,
28-yard
baby.
line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Another run for Kamara. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Harrison Smith in on the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. They give to Kamara, left side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support. Not many corners can make that stop.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Going left side, Williams with it. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go play action with Khan. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Running behind center with Kamara. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at 4th down, but inside field goal range, so they could get 3 here. Into the hands of Olave. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Running left, this is Kamara. Room inside the 10. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
1st down from the red zone. The Bats got it. It's an
Make drive. Let's go.
He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch.
Yeah,
and the
all me
quarterback's
Kamara
stat sheet for
say.
making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying the time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights, and they add one on to their 1st touchdown of the contest. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Ty Chandler to return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear. hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. Oh, he trucked that defender. He got 24 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
They go play action on first. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. They'll run here with Jones. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Vikings earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Run here with Kamara. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Harrison Smith in on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This one's taken in by Hill. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. A run now with Kamara. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Pistol snap to Carr.
Damn.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now a run with Kamara. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Blitz coming. Carr. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Love that call, Brock. Going for the slant route, trying to move the chains, but the defense read it all the way. They had somebody right there ready to knock that ball out.
You know, if there's one thing consistent with you, Kate, you too love that route.
I love that route, man.
You love the slam. I know. It's from your childhood of watching Jerry and Joe and the Niners do it so well. But this defense, they knew what was coming. And he was able to separate that slant from the ball before it could ever get going.
And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Escapes the pocket. And that's gonna be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays though, 15 seconds left. Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Now Darnold. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's gonna get it out past the 40 before he goes out. The Saints add a fifth defensive back here. Third down coming up. To throw, here's Darnold. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take the lead just before halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7.
Never don't even get the ball at halftime either.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fields the hard squib kick. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL
All right, have a good one, bro.
EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And look at this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Working quickly here. Second down carry for Jones. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Throwing here, Darnold. Jones reels it in. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the first. It's 4th down. Here's Jones. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Damn, he caught that.
Quickly, trying to get set again. Play action on 1st down. Able to find Hawkinson. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They send a man in motion. From the 47. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And that means 3rd down coming up. Darnold.
Dang, man.
Complete beyond the marker. Escapes a defender. Oh, stiff arm. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Another try for Jones. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And look at this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Kamara. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Carr off the play fake. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
4th down, here's Carr. And it falls incomplete.
Shut up. Anyway, I have one
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. The perennial Pro Bowler Justin Tucker has it on the tee. And off we go from the Superdome. Williams now to return. Yeah! And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Carr working out of the gun. This one on target to Olave. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Carr now on second down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
You look middle here, and there's Olave. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd down, Carr. Got it into the hands of Olave. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? More from New Orleans after this. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Carr. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. They'll give this to Kamara, running right. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. Got his man.
Let's go.
And he will score. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable?
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
3rd and 6. It's a give now to Kamara. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, a Saint was able to get on it quick, so they're going to keep the ball.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Carr to throw it on 4th down. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. Shaheed with the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. On the give, this is Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete. One final chance.
I'll take a check. Halftime.
The 1st half has come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half. About to get started. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the 3rd quarter begins. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson on the move. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Michael Pierce there to meet him. They face 2nd down and 7. Carr to throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Carr. Going left side down the field, and it's complete.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. 1st down, 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
Well, it's clear they didn't have a lot of confidence in their ability to generate enough push inside. That's why they decided to attempt this run on the perimeter. But watch the speed and pursuit of this defense to string this ball out, and they're able to take them down for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw from Carr. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
Damn! End zone. It's intercepted.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defense. Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, here's Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. It has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he's going to take this all the way home. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Carr. This throw right side is caught by Hill. Here's 2nd down. Pistol give to Kamara. And the defense there to meet up. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A massive play here. Late tie game, 3rd down. That's caught by Hill. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
That's caught over the middle by Johnson. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Kamara. And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. This one complete to Hill. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Kamara. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. A lot riding on this play. Tie game, final minute, 3rd down.
Oh, shit, man.
And in this situation, Mike, with time running down, an incompletion here is not the worst thing in the world. Remember, you're already well within scoring range. Now you're just trying to get as close as possible. You can't take a sack, and of course you can't turn it over. So if it's not there, just throw it away.
The pressure intensifies for 4th down and 3. They'll drop to throw. That ball intercepted. Picked up.
All right, check. See y'all later. We'll have a good one. Yeah, we'll be back. Same Warrior time, same Warrior channel. I'm out.